This is weird, being back here just alone.
I know. It's like if we ever became massively successful and then we got into terrible problems and it just crashed and burned and we brought it back to what it really meant, man. What it really meant. Just us talking to each other. And then...
Alone in the kitchen.
Yeah. It's nice.
I caught that on the table. Nearly spilt it.
Also, none of our guests or ones that we wanted to could turn up today. So.
No, that wasn't what it was. It was just that... No, I think it'd be good to kind of... it's almost like we've been on a journey.
Yeah, it's been an intense journey.
Because the last time we sat down together, it was just... Well, that was when we very first started. And it was kind of like, let's do a podcast. And that could have easily gone wrong, horrifically. Can you imagine if we were like, who wants to come sit with us on a podcast? And just nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody. But it's actually been quite the opposite.
It's been fantastic. I'll tell you what, like even... I mean, it's great, the people that have already started following us, and so much love. Yes. Please tell people if you're enjoying it. If you're not enjoying it,
fuck off.
No, tell people anyway, because then they can make their own mind up. But we...
Yeah. I mean, nobody has to watch it, but obviously we went first to our friends and friends of friends. And
it's been wonderful just getting feedback from people saying, oh, that was really funny. Even if, from a whole episode, you get one joke that makes people go, oh, that was worth watching. That'd be awesome. But it also as well, just getting people round. I was like learning about certain people. I mean, Ad on the other day we had on. I mean, and he's got another one coming. Has he done his Two Truths one like yet?
No, that one will go up. Well, that will be up by the time people see this.
Okay, fine.
So they will have seen that.
We like the fact that he's he played a lead in an opera.
I know.
And I was like, okay.
I know.
I knew he did like musical stuff and everything, but I didn't know who's that.
And I think I touched on this when I did a post the other day about one of Ad's episodes, and I was kind of like, because I think episode 2, that if you've not seen that yet, the one we did with Ad, episode 2, is just absolutely blinding.
Yeah.
And it barely makes any sense, but I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny.
I think what's great is you see 4 grown men having mental breakdowns.
Yeah.
All at the same time.
Yeah.
It's rare to see it all happen at the same time. Normally one of them has it at home or something, but we've all had it here in this room. Like,
on that camera. But I said when I posted the third one that we went from that in part 2 to then, because we message guests and sort of say like, what do you want to talk about? Have you got anything that particularly interests you that we can talk about? And Ad came up with a really good one that was to talk about like we talked about the capabilities of the human body. Like under any other circumstance, it would be a very rare occasion. Like, can you imagine if we were in the pub and Ad came and sat next to me and was like, how weird is it how capable the human body is? I'd be like,
have you put something in my drink?
Yeah.
Are you high right now? Or are you having a breakdown? You can't. There's a lot of questions that you cannot ask.
You can't talk about. No. And I said, it's like, and when we first set this up, it was one of the ideas behind it was to get people that, it doesn't necessarily have to be people that we know, but obviously that's where we've started. Mm-hmm. To get them into an environment where it's wide open to talk about absolutely anything. And some of the stuff that we've touched on in these really deep conversations, we talked to the girls about, love at first sight and fate and all these, like, is your life mapped out in advance? And and people have opinions on these things, but it's just not something that you wouldn't go out on a Friday night and say the 4 of us with the 2 girls had gone out and we'd sat down and all ordered a round of drinks and we sit down around the table and go, so do you believe in fate? Or
how much pressure will it take to break an arm? I'm out.
Do you know what I mean? Just like such bizarre stuff. But I think what's been so nice about it is everybody we've had on so far seems to have just like warmed to it and completely enjoyed it. And like the first couple of minutes, you notice that people are a bit conscious that there's a microphone in front of them, and like particularly even when I hadn't done this before when we first sat down and did it. And but eventually,
I have to actually say something quickly on that point. Is one of the things that I realised that, I mean, obviously I come from an acting background as the performers and everything. I do lots of other different things.
Yes, you do.
And whatnot.
You do all sorts.
When you came to me and was like, oh, I want to do this podcast, I was like, yeah, great, cool, fantastic. And then I've been watching through, and I just want to say like a massive kudos to you, because like obviously with what you've been doing.
Oh, that's really sweet. Don't make me cry.
Stop it, you'll give me a hard on. But but from like everything you're doing with all the editing and everything, the amount of work the workload that you're putting in is amazing. But also, just from your like the presence, the element that you're coming in across is like, I mean, I was telling people, it's like, well, you've not that I know that you haven't got really any acting experience or doing all that sort of stuff.
Not necessarily true.
Were you also a lead in an opera?
I was the sheriff in Robin Hood at the age of 10, and the only reason that I was not Robin himself was because I went on holiday for 2 weeks of the rehearsals. It was our school play, and I was
committed.
I rocked it. I'll dig that out at some point. Maybe we could put that up as like a special of my solo, because I still remember the words now to the solo of I was trudging around the stage with Antonio. Actually, he was my sidekick in the performance. And on those 2 weeks where I'd gone on holiday, I remember we were in Florida. I was sitting in the jacuzzi in Florida singing my lines to so I was well up for it. It was brilliant.
You still remember them now?
Yeah,
that's very good.
Yeah.
Do you know who played?
I'll make them pay. I'll make them pay.
Oh.
I'll line my pockets and I'll make them pay.
Please don't tell me that's all you had to learn.
No, there was this whole song to it. I mean, don't put too much pressure on me. It was 15 years ago, mate.
All right. But I was worried that was it, and then I'd be like, oh, not so good.
Back to your point, though.
But, still a little divert. You know who played the sheriff in Prince of Thieves?
Was it you?
It was Alan Rickman.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, Alan Rickman plays the sheriff in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Brilliant film. It's amazing. You want to see a man die on stage for 10 minutes, or on film for 10 minutes? Like, his death scene is the longest thing in the world.
Wow.
It's brilliant. And he comes up with the legendary line. Is, I'll get you, Loxley. I'm going to cut your heart out with a spoon. Why a spoon, cousin? Because it's blunt, it'll hurt more. And then hilarity ensues.
You do like Alan Rickman quite a lot,
great.
Don't you?
He's a good actor. Alan Rickman. Like, he's awesome. He's awesome. It's such a shame he's passed away. But he's an interesting character because, like, for me, he started acting very late in life. Like, from like when he actually made it. And like, there's a lot of inspirational posts that go around about things, like, especially in the acting community, but also about like timelines of when people start, being successful.
Yeah.
He only made it when he was like, I think, late 30s, early 40s. Like, that's when he really started getting his career online. So it's one of those things that sometimes you just
straight into Harry Potter.
You do not know. He did stuff before, like Prince of Thieves was before Harry Potter. Oh. So
okay, sorry.
I think that was one of his first. I'm not sure, but it was it was awesome. But yeah, the point I was saying is like you've not really done much on the performing side, and it's really awesome to see you come on and you're conducting these interviews and podcasts, and it's I just want to say well done.
Thank you, friend, and you've been a magnificent co-host. But no, generally, the feedback that we've had is that you, me, and Joel because the three
Joel's
of us...
okay, he's not dead. He just couldn't make it. It's like a eulogy. Joel was so strong. He was so brave. He will be missed. No, he's all right. He's good.
But we're so different.
I'm the best.
But it's almost like he's here. But we're so different in our personalities that people have said that it works so well on screen. The three of us doing it together, because Joel is dry and everything's a one-liner. Yeah. You're very excited and
I actually love life.
and I'm like I'm the control, I guess. Like
you're what's known as the straight man. That's what it's called. You just go bam, 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 plow it away. But you also get some good jokes in there too. No, Joel is very funny. He'll just come up with something, just go. Add something in, you're like,
it does work very good. It does work very, very well.
That was what Martin said, though, wasn't he? He said, if it wasn't for football that brought us all together, if you were to put all of us together, you'd be like, they're not mates. Yeah. Why would they be friends?
It's very odd, isn't it?
They're odd, different people.
Yeah. But I mean, we touched on that, didn't we? And said because we weren't friends in school. So it kind of like you put two people in a different environment where they have like common interest.
All changes.
It all changes clearly. But I mean, it's great that we've got obviously people watching this and people feeding back, and some people have like, if we don't upload one night, they'll be like, where is it? And I put a picture out of all the comments that we've got just for me, and I know that you've had loads and Joel's had loads. And when you put them all together in one place, I looked at that picture for a long time and I was like, that's unbelievable. Because and we just spoke about this before we started recording, but you can make something that you're proud of or that you think is funny, and post it on the internet. And obviously, by no means am I getting ahead of myself. I know that we don't get tons of views at this point, but it's very possible that could just bomb and just nobody watches it, and it's like, you two are not funny.
Yeah.
Or
right in the heart, right in the feels.
But it's literally, it's been so good.
I mean, that's all I've got as well. So funny. Because, I mean, bring it round to what we were talking about, which is quite a good leaning into, is just trash TV.
Yes. Oh, God, yeah.
And I mean, there's a couple of things we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Because we were saying about just to get some topics in, but the things that are just the worst is just awful TV. And I'm talking about, and like some people be like,
this really
defending
upset
it.
me.
No, I can understand if like it's, it's chewing gum for the brain, but I was invited round to see that Naked Attraction thing. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. I was round their house and then they put it on. They didn't invite me round to watch Naked Attraction. Because I wouldn't go, and it's very weird. Can you imagine that offer? Oh, Alex, do you want to come round later on? I'm just going to pop some... No, not at all. But, like, how bad is that? Like, they show the feet and genitals first.
It's dick first. Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. Imagine in reality introducing yourself to someone.
That's it.
Dick first.
I'll be honest with you. It's probably my worst feature. I'm not going to lie. I'll be like, oh. It's like, and like I was saying, it's like you can't get your personality across there.
No.
I consider myself to be a bit wacky and funny. And you put a couple of googly eyes on there. It's like, that elephant looks ill.
No one's.
It's not an elephant, but it's not.
The elephant looks ill. How have I just registered that you said that?
It's not.
I know.
It's not the best way for me to pick up a woman.
It's the same for me because you've got the whole grower and a shower thing.
Yes.
And I've always said, like, I've always defended myself in this way. It's like, why would anyone want to be a shower? And I compare it to, like a fold up chair. So like,
yeah.
So like,
because yours got a bend in it. You should probably go to the doctor.
So when you get, and I've said this to anyone that knows me really well, I've told this to before, but like those chairs that come out of a bag, like the ones you take to festivals and when you go camping and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't put them in the car like unfolded, like upright. Like
this chair is a shower, not a grower. That applies only to penises, sir, not chairs.
You wouldn't put the chair in the car in an upright position, open, because it would be like, this doesn't make sense in terms of saving space, So I wouldn't want that thing in my trousers constantly.
In my boot.
It doesn't. So I'm quite glad that mine shrinks to a capable, manageable size.
I just wish that the chair was a little bigger. That's all. I'll be honest with you.
I'm happy with the size of the chair when the chair's open. Let me pack it away neatly. But I wouldn't be able to explain all of that if someone revealed me dick first.
Yeah,
you can't go, wait.
Just lean under. Excuse me.
Let me tell you a quick story.
Have you ever heard of the garden chair analogy? Sorry, get off. Get off the show. You're insane.
Just tell me something. Tell me I'm pretty. Quick.
That's another thing. You can't go rocking hard, can you? Like they reveal and it's like, oh no. Because is that indecency? Because I mean, obviously you're going to watch a show with nudity, but then does that become porn?
And you're just staring at a blank piece of glass. So
frosted glass.
How did you find yourself in a position?
That guy's very narcissistic. He's looking at a reflection of himself,
and he's rock hard. But I think that would give too much of your personality away, and people would think that you're
sociopath,
just
narcissistic,
a horny mess.
Who are you not going to choose? The guy with the lob on. Not him. He's too keen.
He's come out to play.
Yeah, exactly.
He's coming out swinging.
I like the idea that like he's like there, hands on hips as well, and he'd be like, all you hear is like muted slightly. Is that's right. You like what you see? Get out of here.
I just couldn't. And how do these people get, like, because say that's aired on I don't know what day of the week it's aired, because I've only ever seen it once, and that was well and truly enough. And they go into graphic detail about, are you a fan of pubic hair?
Yeah, and
how do you feel about
the so and so? Is like, and you're like,
nice vagina. It's very closed, very close. Like, how does that person go back to work on Monday? All right, Susan.
Yeah.
Nice.
How's your closed vagina? Oh, I've seen the show. Don't act offended.
I've seen all of you.
Yeah, seen too much, dear.
But you can't complain because it's kind of like, the show's called Naked Attraction.
It's the bit at the end when like they stand there and they're naked in front of everyone's
naked.
They're like this, but they're having a chat.
But then you've just got the presenter who just stands there in her clothes.
It's like I can only imagine likening it to like a nudist beach. I mean, I've never been to one, but
neither have I.
Like, I don't understand.
Oh, it's weird, isn't it? Honestly, Cilla Black will be turning in her grave.
Oh, that's
what have you done?
It's terrible.
Blind Date used to be so...
Well, have you seen Love Island?
Oh,
I've never seen Love Island.
No, stop it.
I've never seen it.
It just pisses me off.
What do you know what happens? I don't actually know what happens in Love Island.
Yeah, because I've watched it.
Because all I know is that people go on. Are they allowed to have sex with each other?
Yeah, but like...
Because it's TV.
Yeah, but it's like when they used to do it on Big Brother, isn't it? You just go under the duvet.
I never watched Big Brother.
I mean... They've just taken it too far now. The thing is with Love Island, like you're basically just messing with people, so you kind of get to the point where it's like, oh, these two people seem to quite like each other.
Yeah,
let's fuck with it.
Right.
So
it's cruel.
Yeah, and it's entertaining and people love it. I mean, Love Island's probably one of the better ones. I wouldn't mind if I had to watching that.
Oh, I was going to say being on it.
But no, God no.
Could you be on Love Island?
No, I couldn't.
If I was like, oh, here's 10k.
Well, I don't look like Spartacus, just for a start.
They all look like that, don't they?
Of course they do.
Imagine if we rocked up.
I think
a petition for a realistic Love Island.
I think we'd win.
It would be Big Al's mediocre island.
I think we'd win.
We would win.
Maybe
personality wins out.
Maybe if the channel does well enough, we start our own.
Our own Love Island.
Big Al's average garden.
Pond in the garden. Lily pad on it. That's where the action kicks off. No, that's horrible.
Yeah, it's mental, isn't it? So, yeah, really upsetting, to be honest.
I mean, things I can understand some reality TV shows. Though. I mean, you look at things like some of the Britain's Got Talent stuff is really interesting.
That's all sob stories now, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like the thing is, they try and run these things. Like Big Brother has been running for like 246 years now, probably.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, before TV, 100%.
Like, okay, it was interesting to begin with, but now, and they try and keep it going so much that they end up doing just like weird, really over the top weird shit where it's like just to try and keep it
views.
Different.
Yeah.
But it's run its course, and Britain's Got Talent's been going for like 15 years.
It was interesting actually. There was an act at the theatre that I work at, and his name's Robert White, and he's really interesting guy. He's the guy with Asperger's, and he plays the piano, plays the songs and everything. Really lovely guy, but like taking it down like a different course and everything, just looking at with like performers that we were talking about, and certain situations. So when we're like doing a bit of podcasting, like something there'll be a lull and then you'll move in the direction you need to, and as a performer a lot of the time you'll have those moments where you're like maybe the audience is dying or whatever, and then you move forward and you blast through and you do all things. I mean, this guy, he's got Asperger's and he's got quite bad autism, which is a form of autism. And there was a moment we were doing a show, and it was the other night, and he was playing the song, and he has this moment. It's very funny, and this guy comes on, and he does this. I won't reveal his act, but he does this song, and at every point, the guy has to sing the line from the song, just sing it. But the thing is, the guy he pulled up would sing anything but that line, trying to get a laugh from the audience. And like it was funny for a few bits, and the audience was like ha ha ha. But you could see that the guy was like, it was just losing it, just going, and he couldn't quite work it out, and he just really frustrated. And I felt so bad for him. But he made it through, and he worked through and everything, and he was really upset afterwards. But I just thought it's so difficult being from a performer that you go, when something might go wrong and you got to move past it, and then suddenly. But if you're in a situation where your brain is not letting you make those links as well. Wow,
yeah,
really hard.
Yeah, very true. I mean, but
the thing is, for Britain's Got Talent, like that, he wouldn't be noticed. He's done like club scenes and everything, but that's what got him. I think he came second.
Yeah, I mean, Britain's Got Talent it's the same shit now, isn't it? Since diversity.
So we're going to ignore my nice point, but that's fine.
No, I mean it's.
It's 20 minutes there anyway. Fuck it. Bigger.
No, you're right. You are right. He would.
I've done the clicks now. The points. This is over.
Don't be like that.
That's fine.
We don't want to fall out of love on screen.
No, it's already dead anyway. The camera turns off. We just sit there in silence.
How long are we on anyway? Because I realised when we started.
Minutes.
Oh, are we?
That's why I was wrapping it up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I apologise.
That's okay.
So that went really quick.
Yeah, it did.
Why am I surprised?
Well, we could probably do another one, and then we'll talk a little bit, because there's some other things that we want to talk about in the future and what we're going to do.
So many ideas.
Yeah, we'll play a couple of games as well.
Yes.
That's going to be good fun.
So, if you've watched our stuff so far and enjoyed, and are supportive of the work that we put in to create such content, as I said, we do it because we love it, and we love having people on, and we love sitting and chatting, and it's good to hear from different people and discuss things. But please do show us some love. As we say, hit all the buttons. So
the shares,
the likes, the subscribes. Please do subscribe to our channel, because I said to you, every time we go up by 1 subscriber, I feel like doing a little dance.
Yeah.
Because it's somebody else that is supporting our content. So please do, and we will see you next time
on Bucking Around.
Oh,
Not me.
Bye.